Greetings to everyone. Welcome all. So today we are going to discuss our last topic that is based on the protocols. That is agreements done. Okay. So there are international agreements which are being done. So first one is Montreal Protocol and then Kyoto Protocol. So we are going to discuss about these international agreements. Okay. So Montreal Protocol, yeah, just a minute. Yeah. International agreements are formal understandings or commitments, legally binding agreements between two or more countries. Okay. So, agreement or treaty can be called a convention, a protocol, a pact, or an accord, usually governed by the United Nations. So, there are two types, that is bilateral between two countries and multilateral between several countries. So, now you came to know about a protocol or a pact or an accord is nothing but an agreement or treaty made. Several hundred international environmental understandings have been made. Okay, so the first one was Montreal Protocol on substances that deplete the ozone layer. So Montreal 1989. Then Kyoto was to the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change Protocol. There is greenhouse gas emission reductions. And then Convention on Biological Diversity, that is Nairobi 1992. Okay. So Montreal was made for ozone layer depletion under Vienna Convention for the protection of ozone layer in 1985. So global agreement to protect the stratospheric ozone layer by phasing out the production and consumption of ozone depleting substances. So the stratospheric ozone layer filters out harmful UV radiations, which is associated with an increased prevalence of skin cancer and cataracts, reduced agricultural productivity, and disruption of marine ecosystems. Right. So we should be very uh, careful while so the layers of the atmospheres which we can see here, that is troposphere, tropopause, stratopause, then mesosphere, mesopause, thermosphere, thermopause. So ozone we can see in the stratosphere, right? So it is around 7 to 16 kilometers. Yeah. So, yeah, 50 kilometers. Okay. And we can see your ozone layer depletion is caused because of the chlorofluorocarbons, and then ozone molecule is treated with the oxygen to find that is ozone is giving off oxygen and nascent oxygen, again these two combined form ozone. So the ultraviolet rays split a chlorine atom away from the chlorofluorocarbon molecule. The chlorine atom breaks up an ozone molecule, making a hole in the ozone layer. So the molecules left behind are chlorine monoxide and oxygen. Okay. So here there are ozone depleting chemicals are given, that is CFCs, that is aerosols refrigerant solvents, HCFCs, that is aerosols refrigerant solvents, and halogens, fire extinguishers, and then methyl bromide pesticides. Okay. All these comes under ozone layer depleting substances. So Montreal Protocol was agreed on 26 August 1987 and forced on 26 August 1989, and first meeting was held in Helsinki May 1989. So 8 amendments were made in 1990, 91, 92, 93, 95, 97, 98, 99, and then 2016. Initially signed by 46 countries, now all are signatories. Okay. Countries have been binding time-targeted and measurable commitments. So developing and developed countries have equal but differentiated responsibilities. What they do is these developed countries, they give some funds to the developing countries, okay, to reduce all these major environmental problems. Okay. Then specific responsibilities related to the phase out different groups are control of ODS trade, annual reporting of data, then national licensing systems to control ODS imports and exports, and then other matters. You can find the ozone hole there. Okay. The Montreal Protocol has proven to be innovative and successful. So the first treaty to achieve universal ratification by all countries in the world, and this was leveraging the worldwide participation. And the Montreal Protocol has sent clear signals to the global market and placed the ozone layer, which was in peril, on a path to repair. Then coming to the Kyoto Protocol, so in this was negotiated in 11th December 1997 at the city of Kyoto, Japan, and forced on 16th February 2005. And 192 signatory countries have been there. So it affects the energy balance of the global atmospheres in ways expected to lead to an overall increase in global average temperature known as global warming. Even this is ratified. Then goal is to lower overall emissions from 6 greenhouse gases, that is carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, sulfur hexafluoride, hydrofluorocarbons, and then perfluorocarbon. So we have to reduce this. So where do greenhouse gas emissions come from? So you can see here agriculture, industry, transportation, electricity, food waste, buildings, etc. So the main thing is we have to change our habits so that we can decrease the um, emission of these poisonous gas. Okay, so it has set a heavier burden on developed nations under the principle of common but differentiated responsibilities because of their historical responsibility for current levels of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. So this is about the protocols. Thank you.